Hello, my name is Terry Stallo, and I serve the Osseo area schools as the Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Educational Standards. The purpose of this video is to provide information to our families and community about standards-based grading and reporting, which is being implemented across the district this year. This is the first year of a 3-year implementation plan. At the Osseo area schools, our mission is to inspire and prepare all students with the competence, courage, and confidence to achieve their dreams, contribute to community, and engage in a lifetime of learning. Our employees across the district work in collaboration with families and community to ensure that this mission is true for all 21,000 of our students, and we constantly seek ways to do this better. Our primary responsibility is to ensure that all students learn so that they have the competence they need to achieve their dreams. After several years of research and planning, we have learned that we can do a better job of educating students and communicating student learning through the implementation of standards-based grading. Standards-based grading provides a framework to communicate what each student has learned, what they know and are able to do, their academic achievement of grade level or course standards. Standards are the expectations outlined at each grade level and in each content course. Our rationale for moving from a traditional system to standards-based grading is to focus our grading and reporting system on student learning. We use an acronym, MAX, to help communicate our purposes. Standards-based grading will make our grades more meaningful because they are based on attainment of state, national, and local academic standards, and the work of teaching and learning will be focused and aligned to these standards. Standards-based grading will make our grading and reporting system more accurate because student performance will be measured by attainment of standards, not based on a curve or compared to the performance of other students. Grades and points will no longer be given for non-academic factors such as effort, participation, or extra credit. It is still important to communicate these, but they will not be counted into the academic grade. In the past, parents and students weren't always clear on how grades were determined. Standards-based grading will help alleviate any mystery or surprises around grading. Standards-based grading will make our grading and reporting system more consistent because teachers will determine clear, common, and agreed-upon priority and reporting standards to be used district-wide. Teachers will be collectively developing common assessments and common proficiency criteria for assessments. And ultimately, standards-based grading is more supportive of student learning. Our goal is to make sure that students are engaged in their own learning, that they are the primary stakeholders in their education. We need to give them feedback about their learning and provide many opportunities for academic practice, which will inform next steps for teacher instruction and student learning, so that at the end of a unit or grading period, students have had enough support in the learning process that they can showcase evidence of their learning.
I'm Chris Rouleau, and as the Coordinator for Curriculum, Instruction, and Educational Standards, I help students learn by ensuring that standards-based grading comes alive through the teaching and learning processes used each day throughout our classrooms. The core principles of standards-based grading are the same for our elementary and secondary students. However, there are a few differences in how this will look at each level. At the elementary level, there are 2 changes that will be noticeable when parents receive a first report card home in December. The first change is that there are reporting standards on the report cards for reading, math, technology literacy, art, music, and physical education. Science, social studies, and health will appear on the report card, but those reporting standards will not be on the report card until next year. When you look at the report card, it doesn't look that much different than in the past. But when you look very closely, you'll notice some exciting changes. Let's take a look. This slide shows just the math portion of the report card that we've been using for the last several years. As you can see in this 4th grade example, there's not much specific information here about what the student is expected to learn. And this is a sample of our new 4th grade report card with specific reporting standards that describe student learning in math. Not all of these reporting standards are marked each trimester because students learn and are assessed on these standards at different points in the school year. But at the end of the year, you will be able to look at a complete set of reporting standards and have a better idea about what your student is learning and their achievement of these standards. The other thing parents will notice that is different on the elementary report card is the use of a rubric for all academic marks for all grades. It's important to note that for the elementary report card, the marks are not aligned with grades. So a 4 does not equal an A, a 3 does not equal a B, and so forth. Because our academic standards in Osseo are rigorous, the mark of a 3 represents a high level of achievement and is the goal for each student. Some students will consistently and independently demonstrate learning beyond grade level standards, and some students will need continued work in order to meet grade level standards. As parents and guardians, this report card will provide you with more information about which specific standards will require more learning on the part of your student. Research and our experience tell us that when standards-based grading is used, there is an increased focus on student learning and attainment of standards. Our teachers and administrators are working hard to improve our grading and reporting system so that you can be sure that grades are truly a reflection of what a student has learned and is able to do. When we provide better information about what students have learned, we're doing a better job of supporting our students in pursuing and achieving their dreams. Thank you for being partners with us as we work on our shared goal of bringing our district mission alive for your child.